Alright, I have showed you this before, but alright, I went to Hobby Lobby and I bought just one of these little plaques. Little plaques, there's nothing to them. They're not expensive. And I painted this green. Now you can paint whatever you want, red, whatever it is. I painted this green around there for a wintry Christmas season. And I found one of these little Christmas trees at Hobby Lobby, and it had a little thing on the bottom and all that stuff, and I cut that off with my bandsaw, and I just used a little tree right here. So as you can see, I went ahead and glued my pieces. My old man, he's got the dogs. I painted the dogs, and I got this one looking up at the tree. Now, we've got to start our snow scene. Just a minute. All right. Here it is right here. Now, the snow that I use is just railroad. You can get it at Hobby Lobby. It's snow powder that you can get for railroads. They use them for railroads. Model railroading is what I'm saying. And the first time, what I do is I use a epoxy the first time on the base, and I spread the snow all over it, and then let it dry, and then I dump the snow out, and I gradually build up with super glue and all the things like that. Let me show you what I'm going to do here. Okay, let me just take a now. What you'll need is some. I use this Loctite epoxy right here, and then I use some. Now the process of doing the snow is the process of building it up. It's not something that you just do one time and it's all done. It's a process of building that snow up. In other words, building it up for the characters and for everything. And I use this epoxy. Use quite a bit right now. And you mix it up. Good. And you take your base and you take your epoxy, and you got to be careful. And you spread it along your base in here. Doesn't have to be perfect. You try to get it spread along the base in there. You take it and spread it all around where the dogs are. Don't worry about it because some gets on the dogs or whatever, because the snow's gonna we turn it this way. And you just take, let me see if I can get this maybe a little bit closer for you to see. As I'm doing it, I'm taking the epoxy and I'm just spreading it, try not to get in on the sides here. And I'm just spreading it along the areas here. Now this will not do everything. Like I told you, you're going to do this one time. I don't use the strong epoxy after that. Since it's bare wood, I don't have any problem at first. But the next time you have to use super glue to, see what I'm doing? I'm spreading the epoxy. And if you have even a popsicle stick, you can do that as well. Just something to spread it with. I use the toothpicks because it's small and I can get in crevices with it and everything like that. And like I said, this will help the first time, but it will not take care of it all, because this, you know. And this is alright, I think I've just about got this whole area. There's one little area in here underneath the tree here. That's why I like the toothpicks, because I can get into areas that you can't get into with a popsicle stick. It's just okay, and I've pretty much got all the area covered here. Okay, and like I said, trying to use all of it. All right, now before it dries, now you take your snow, already got one open here, and you sprinkle that snow all over that area. Now it's gonna hold some of the snow when it dries, but it's not gonna hold all of it. So once again, you're going to have to build it up in layers. Okay? You have to do layers of this snow. And you keep the snow, you have somewhere that you want to put it, in other words, and whenever you make sure it's dry, you turn it over and get rid of the other snow, but keep it, in other words, and gradually take your super glue after that, and you start working the areas that need snow and everything like that. See? Okay. And it takes some time, folks. It does. It's not one of those things that it takes time to build all that up. It does. It takes time. You have to let it dry, just like with the super glue. The main thing about the super glue, once again, I don't know about you, but super glue is very strong to me. I have a little lung problem, so I have to be careful with it. Anyway, see that? And when it gets dry and everything like that, I'll turn it over, let the excess snow fall in here, keep it, and as I use the super glue, I'll build it up, slowly build the scene up with snow. And that's how you do it, in other words. You just have to work at it. You have to, it's not one of those easy, I throw it on there, everything's going to be good, and everything's going to stick and everything like that. No, it's not. Afterwards, you're going to have to slowly take super glue and build up their snow again in certain areas, and you work from there. The only thing is once you get that snow in there, I said you can't use the epoxy because you can't go take the toothpicks and rub on the snow, because it'll come off. So then you have to use something like a liquid that you can put on there and stuff. And I always wear a mask with super glue because it is strong and it does irritate my nose. So anyway, that's how we're building it up. But we'll I'll show you how we get when we get through with it, in other words, and we got this little winter scene. All right. Well, God bless you now, and we've had a good time carving this. So, all right. God bless now.